right, let me plug this up. Find the hole. Oh!
Wait, I wonder if I can put my leg up. Nope. I think it's
He
because...
said-
Nope. I think it's because my chair is not, like, far enough back or my ass is too fat. Like...
Ass too fat, need a lap dance. Ayy. Ass so fat. Fucking fell.
Like, I think I can't scoot back enough for my leg to, like... Or I'm not flexible. One of those. You know?
Ass so fat.
It's one of them.
Lap dance.
Ugh. You better...
Okay.
She said,
Alright, we're done.
Sorry. I just noticed that right here when I cut my hair, the reason why these two always hang low is because like I didn't cut them.
Do
Like,
your curls hang low? Do they wobble to and fro? Can you tie them in a knot? Can you tie them in a bow? Ayy.
Come on, Corbin. Push
Listen.
it, push it, push it to the limit, limit.
Alright, so this has been going on for 3 minutes.
That's hilarious. You want to introduce them? Because I always be
What
starting.
is up, everybody? Welcome back to the Basic Chat.
I'm crying.
Episode 3. What is up, my basic bays? I'm gonna start calling y'all that. That's gonna be the fandom name, Basic Bays. That's gonna be not fandom, sporter name, Basic Bays. What, you don't like it? It's not cute?
No, there was a piece of boba behind the straw, and then it squirted in my face.
Little squirt.
Little squirt,
Little
squirt.
squirt.
Today, we're going to be talking about Midnight Museum.
Woo!
Yay! And do reactors fake their reactions?
Dun dun dun.
Dun-dun-dun.
Dun dun dun.
We figured we would have like a good topic, like, you know, something we can all like, and then a topic that's like...
Little shade. Little palm tree. We're gonna throw it.
You know.
Okay.
But yeah. But let us know in the comments how you guys felt about Midnight Museum, first of all.
Yes.
Because it ended this week? This week.
It ended on Tuesday. Yeah, last Tuesday.
So, I love Midnight
I said
Museum.
last Tuesday. This past Tuesday. Anyways.
Yeah. I love Midnight. She's like, it's okay. I love Midnight Museum. I think that it's a nice break from the BL scene whenever you get like Lacorns. I've noticed like a lot
love
of
the Lacorn. The
Yes.
Lacorns be winning.
They be Hittiana. And it's like I've noticed that a lot of people are starting to get on the Lacorns, and like I saw a comment on Twitter and it was like, where has this type of stuff been in GMMTV? And I'm like, sweetie,
It's been there.
it's been there for years. Y'all just in
Been
this
there.
BL bubble and y'all can't get out. Like,
Because there's a few that I need y'all to watch. Nabi and Eye for an Eye. The player. Like, come on.
there's a lot. Like, I think not one of the first ones. I can't remember the name of it. It's a Thai name. But it's literally like Slap and Kiss. Like, if you know what Slap and Kiss is when it comes to like dramas. Like, it's so over the top. Like crazy. People are literally they'll like slap and kiss, like
Crying.
bang each other, like slap somebody and then be like, oh, I love you, like that type of stuff.
You know, that reminds me of in Together With Me the Next Chapter when Corn was like, you hit me, like you can hit me, I'll kiss you. It doesn't. He was like,
I'm like, oh my god, come on, masochist. We love a good masochist.
But yeah, we love that. But the Lacorns, like, y'all, like, honestly, I feel like they're the drama that you get in a Lacorn, the action that you get in a Lacorn, the storyline is just chef's fucking kiss.
Yeah.
Okay? Because Midnight Museum was that bitch.
Like,
it was that bitch. It gave me everything.
it reminded me of how American, I won't say just American, I'll say like Western like sitcoms are constructed, because I was talking to Dion about it, and I was like, you know, it's similar to how, like, let's say like Charmed, right? So
Yeah.
Charmed is kind of like, it's not scary, but it's like suspenseful at times.
Thriller.
Yeah, but there's still this like main thing that's looming over the entire plot, right?
Yeah.
But
that's why I compared it to Scooby-Doo.
Yeah, it has like little side stories.
Yeah.
That, you know, connect to the main plot in times, but like they can also be their own stories separately. And so I like it because it has a form of familiarity to me.
Yeah.
And honestly, it connected all of the artifacts together pretty well, I think.
If you paid attention.
If you paid attention.
Yeah. If you paid attention, especially in episode 10, with something specific that happens, because I don't know about anybody else, but in episode 7, when Chun rolls up on the boat, I remember being like, this cap that he has on is really modern for like the time that he's in. I was like, I don't understand. But if you paid attention at the end of episode 10, they threw Dome in different situations. There was one point he was sitting in like a barber chair, whatever. He had the hat on, and then they threw him into another century, and here he comes rolling up on the boat with the hat on. And I was like, that's how. It's just like there's so many things that just like little, what do you call them, Easter eggs that like are in there that you have to pay attention to.
Little like intricacies that they like put in there that you really have to pay attention. And I think maybe that's one thing that kind of turns some people off from the series, because you have to actually like think about stuff and you have to pay attention. It's not something that can be like, it's not a series that just focuses on like the sweetness or like you know, the plot is very like upfront in your face and it's easy to catch. You have to actually like, you know, so
get the zoning, get the focus.
So like I forgot, I'm not good at naming episodes like Alyssa is. Alyssa could literally go in and tell you, oh, this happened, this episode, this part, this timestamp. I'd be like, okay. But whatever episode it was where Dome first made contact, actual physical contact with the celestial rock, I was like,
oh yeah,
I was like, you know, it was the episode that they showed us the original Dome, and then when they switched, speaking of,
yeah, wasn't that like episode 4 or something like that?
Something
4
like
or 5,
that.
something like that.
Speaking of, like, what happened to the original Dome? Like, is he just gone?
Yeah, like, because we all know his face, unless, because we know the one was doing a lot of, like, unless he, like, had hit, like, it was, like, an illusion, and they put his face, but really, the original Dome is, like, somewhere.
I feel like he gone.
Like, never coming back.
Because when New Dome, like, saw, like, when Kata came and, like, saw Dome after, I think it was after he like sent him out and like was like, you can't come back here, and then he went yes sir, and he visited him, and then they saw like the shadow or whatever, and then original Dome like popped
face
up,
was on it, like
so like it's like he sent him to like a dark realm or something. Honestly, I feel like he in the same realm that Mike's
Dome
character was in. Like, yeah, Mike's character, when he turned into that spider, and then Dome sent him to the, like...
Yeah.
To the shadow realm.
He's in the shadow realm.
You know? So I feel like he dead, you know?
He gone. He ain't coming back.
At first, I thought Jip was just sent to another realm, but he's dead, too. He incinerated.
Unless, because y'all saw how episode 10 ended. It's giving very much so season 2. Because they put my daddy, my husband, to what?
Let me tell y'all, when I saw him, in my reaction, I was like, damn. I was like,
Yo,
I was like, I'm
let
sorry,
me fix my
Alyssa.
bag.
Not fix a. This girl. Tay will make her loins quiver. Okay.
Oh my god.
But when I saw Tay, like when I saw him walking up the stairs, because I didn't
Yeah.
see his face, but I was like, okay. Side note: if you don't follow me on my reaction channel, one thing about me is I'm a legs and an ass man.
Oh, and he got.
You literally show me any actor and show me the backside or the side, I will recognize them. So when he was
Yeah.
walking up the stairs, I was like, damn, is that Tay? I was like, damn, your ass is wide, bitch. It's
Y'all, when I saw him, I was like, I know they did not put my man in no officer uniform.
no when they look. What are they called? Like Sado. What are the policemen called?
Tamruat.
No, not Tamlu. There's another word for
There's
it.
another word, but Sadaleo is a cuss word. Don't
I
say
know that. I know like that, but if you remember, and
I can't remember what they call, because it's like it's not necessarily like officer. I think it's like sergeant or something. But like
Yeah.
there's another word.
There's another word, and it
Starts
sounds
with a S.
close to
Crime.
Salaleo. So, you know. But anyways,
That shit just sent me. I was like, that's a curse.
I was like, Salaleo. She tried to act. She trying to act. Oh,
No, I'm not. I'm not even going to front. I love learning the curse words just because, like, how I talk. I'm a very sarcastic person, so I like it. The shit is funny to me. Like, I cannot wait until like I make like more friends and we can talk to each other.
I'm crying.
I need Thai friends so we
Like,
can talk to each other. Who wants to be my bestie? But yeah, when I saw him at the end, it was just giving very much so. Season 2 is coming.
Yeah.
So you never know. We could find out more about Jib if they do it.
you said doo doo.
Because it was very open ending.
She said doo doo. She said if they do it. Anyways, also
You're
if you
such
paid attention,
a kid, Calvin Dick.
lick that. But if you noticed Boom's fingers, they're like the black tips. I know in some like folklore that's like signifying like resurrection, or like I feel like he has acquired the One's power, because if you noticed, like I call her Anthika. Her name
Crying.
is definitely Antika, like,
Crying.
or the Thai pronunciation, but I call her Anthika. But like if you notice, when she tried to get near Dome, like her hand would start turning black or whatever, or her fingers were turning black. So I feel like that Boom acquired somehow, some way, the One's power.
I thought they were demons, to be quite honest. It was giving Demon Slayer. And I was like, you're giving demon. Like, I kept saying, I was like, he evil, but
He's evil,
Boone could
but
take me
him.
anywhere. Boone could take me anywhere.
When he walked out in that burgundy red suit, I was like, whoa.
GMTV, you were so dead ass wrong for doing that. And, like, this man is so fine.
I was like, whoa.
Tayton. Tay. Yeah, Quigan.
Oh, God.
That's my wish. I just want to talk. How's that song go? Can we talk?
Can
for a
we
minute?
talk for a minute?
No,
Wait.
no. Your name.
Le put alai. Leo put.
No.
How do you say a
No.
minute in time?
Hold on. I think it'll be
Leo.
like, can we talk for a minute? Quigan Hainati Daimai. That's what you would say. Quigan Hainati Daimai. Let me know if I'm right. I think I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. Anyways, not Thai lyrics for English songs. That'd be a cute little segment though. Thai lyrics for English songs.
I want to talk to him just for a second.
Yeah, just for a second. But what was I was gonna say something before that. Oh no, never mind. I'm not gonna say it.
Kamaya.
Man.
Say it.
I was gonna be like, เธออยากกลัวไอ้กลัวไอ้ครับ
กลัว
กลัวไอ้กลัวไอ้ I can't say it with the hard K because then they'll say something else.
No, I'm just really blanking on what word. What word?
Banana.
Oh.
I was like, I can't say the hard K because then it definitely gonna mean something. Whoa.
Anyways. Whoa.
But did I lie?
Just put a beep over it. Like,
did I
fucking
fucking lie?
Yak beep, noy na. That's what you can say.
Child. Okay.
Anyways, we're done.
We're gonna get in trouble. But yeah, Midnight Museum, I'm gonna just speak it into existence because, you know, manifestation.
Yeah.
Season 2 is gonna be amazing.
I need a season 2. I need it.
Honestly, I feel like we're gonna see it in GMMTV's 2024 lineup.
Oh my god.
I feel like we're gonna see it.
This show is just, it gives, if you have not ever seen it, I don't know why you haven't. The Gifted. It gives very much so the Gifted vibes. That's why I'm hoping and praying they give us a season 2 because that shit would pop just like the Gifted 2 did.
No, when the one started showing up, I was like, that's Poon.
No. When my boy would go down and be like in their face, I was like, this energy, that bing bong, that shit took me out.
Child. He said
that
bing bong, and I think they like subbed it as like ding dong or something. And I was like,
ding dong.
I was like,
I said that boy said bing bong, fuck your life. This is the real tea.
Wait, what was the other day? If you see me upstairs, just know I'm going in.
That is the best buy. I hope that guy. I hope you're doing well.
I hope you're prospering, King.
Prospering, because that line changed my whole life. But no, Chan was not Chan. The one was literally like dare I say he's my favorite character?
No, he was very
low key for a villain. He is hilarious. Okay.
No, when he made okay, this is not funny because like she died once and then she died again for real.
No, that shit was crazy. Imagine
when he made Bam drink that water when he was talking about that like famine and stuff like that, and he was like,
no, because he was like, he said, what is it? She was like contaminated water. He was like, bing bong. Snapped his finger. This bitch out of nowhere got a whole bottle. I said, girl.
She said,
I said, but it was the fact that they all just watched her drink. I said, y'all ain't gonna stop her. Like, this man literally just said.
She said,
yeah, hell.
She said, yum.
Nom nom, yummy, yummy, yummy. I'm like, tummy, tummy.
She said, hydrate.
Child, you hydrated already.
But, speaking of Pulp. Okay, so Pulp gave up something in order to resurrect her. I guess he gave up his position in her life because she don't remember him whatsoever. But also, what was this red eye thing that was going on with him? Like,
I feel like he low-key is possessed.
Like,
I feel like all of them are low-key, like, have some sort of powers in the museum. Because Miss June tried to act like she ain't a spirit. Girl, you a spirit. Don't play with me. Stop playing with me. Every time something would happen, bitch will...
Stop. Because I was really going for her. I was like, no, girl, you is human. You is
she
human,
is a spirit. Every time. Here come the red dress. Girl.
Red dress. Wait, no, that's black dress by CSA. Never mind. Black dress. Dun, 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 dun.
He was gonna say red dress. No.
Red lip. No.
No.
Earring. No.
No. Handbag. No.
Handbag. No.
Love that song. Anyways.
But no, she. I feel like there's gonna be a switching of teams, a switching of sides. We kind of already saw
That'd be
that
fun.
though, with Anthika. She was giving up her life for.
Child, no. When she did that and Kata resurrected, I was like, oh. So he is. I was like, okay.
Okay.
Okay, Chun.
'Cause you
she
definitely-
showed you. It ain't you.
He definitely burnt him to a crisp. No,
Because-
okay. Speaking of that whole scene, I was like, I know that
Crying.
shit hurts, but you over here like, ugh.
He said, he was like one of those balloon things that be outside the CarMax. He was
He's like, ugh. I was like, not low key, like seductive dying. Like, what the fuck is
bruh,
this?
he said dying but make it hot.
He said, hi.
Dying but slay.
Dying but making fashion. Let me rock these ashes for you real quick. He said this outfit is fire.
He said fire.
Like, child, I was like, why are you dying like that?
Weak.
And then here go Chan over here on the stake blowing up the spot. He's like, ah.
Bruh.
I was like, whoa. I was like, whoa. Whoa.
That's
What
a
was
bit
that?
much. That's a bit much.
Like, they just set you on fire, my man. They
He
just
said,
set
y'all
you on
gonna
fire.
feel it. Y'all gonna feel it.
He said, ah,
No.
boom.
But speaking of deaths, though, can we please talk about the battle between Chan and Kata? Because he only had a little nick on his face. Look.
A what? No, I'm just kidding.
No. Because the way I said nick in my reaction, I was like,
He had a little nick on his face. A what? A little what?
and I was like, a scratch. Whatever, I can say it. Shut up.
Not pulling out the card. She said, I say it.
Pulling out my wallet.
She said, look.
You see this?
You see? But no, he literally had one little slice.
One little scratch, and he was like, it's done. He was like, I guess it's over. I said, what?
He said, I didn't know you was going to actually touch me.
He said, you made me bleed.
He's like, whoa. It's like I said it.
He said, I know I burnt you to ashes or whatever, but you literally cut me. He's like, that's crazy.
Not cat behind you literally look at her to see I am crying.
Where is she?
Girl, we are on YouTube. They're gonna block us. Cat.
Stop.
She over here.
She is bathing. Leave her alone.
She said I got needs.
Yeah, I'm literally crying. Can you see?
Not. Can you see?
I'm literally crying. But no, that scene, because y'all don't understand, I literally thought that because Kata was holding Chun, and I was like, bruh, back up. He is literally going to hit you with some purple magic, and you going to be out of here. He gonna hit you with he's gonna be like the pulso.
Not the pulso.
And send your ass all the way back
And
there.
Fringo.
But then when he was like, I shall release the curse, and I was like, that's it? I said, okay.
All I had to do was cut your face open, and then you were like,
with that little plastic knife, because y'all knew y'all threw that knife a little too hard for it to sound like nothing.
no. When my girl Anthika stabbed Boom,
And that thing's
that
like,
the little like glass piece was bent like cardboard. I was like, now y'all know.
no, because that knife sounded real plastic when it hit the ground. It said, I said, with no weight in that knife. Look at Kat, your hair just flying down in front of my face. That's crazy.
It just be sprinkling. Look, she look at it. She was like,
where is she? Hold on. Kat, what is this pose? It's amazing how she fits perfectly behind my back. It's like a surprise every time I move.
It's like, oh, she got a cat. Purr. And she's thinking about what to do next.
Hello, she got her whole leg stuck out.
Is she sitting like a human?
I think so.
Wait. Why she look so bothered? She looks so bothered. Oh my god. But anyways,
leave me alone. I'm trying to nap. Anyways.
But what are if you were to make some theories and predictions about what season 2 of Midnight Museum would be like, what would be your
Well, just based off of what the one said, how they're still trying to find somebody to take that position to put back order or whatever, I feel like Boone and Kata are that's about to be a battle. Mm-hmm. About who, because we saw how, again, we all know that a pure person who had a lot of faith had to sacrifice himself to resurrect the real God or whatever. Mm-hmm. And we saw, I was going to call that girl Infika. We saw her do that. We saw her do that. And Kata was the one that was resurrected when she sacrificed herself. So I feel like that just lets me know right there, there's going to be a battle of who's going to be top dog between Boone and Kata in the next season.
Yeah.
And of course the one, because Dome is still like, Dome and Kata are still wherever. We haven't gotten them back yet. So yeah, it's going to be a lot of trying to get Dome back, all the while trying to keep Boone over there. But yeah, so that's my theories on like, if we get a season 2, what it would be like.
Okay. So for me, I feel like, so if you noticed, I forgot what his name is in the show, but Nanan's character. So, side note, I clocked that he was one of the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse in a couple episodes before, like, I think it was like it might have been 6 or 7, because he was just talking about, like, death and how, like, he brings death, or, like, the whole thing around him was death. I was like,
now that you mention it, because I didn't clock that at all. Mm-hmm. But now that you mention it, that makes sense.
And then, like, in the last episode, when he was like, I'm one of the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse. I was like, your ass is death and isn't it? And he started naming them, and he was like, and me? I'm death. And I was like,
bing bong.
Bing bong. And so my theory is Dome is like the catalyst of all of this. I feel like Dome is one of the 4 gods that these 4 horsemen of the apocalypse are like serving under. Nanan's character killed his god, obviously, so he's looking for someone to replace them. He wants he wants Kata to be the replacement, but it's like Dome is the thing that's keeping him away from this. So there's going to be something between him and Dome, right? And then
the one fighting himself, basically.
And I feel like there is going to be a thing where there's 4 different realities. We saw 3 of them, right? So we saw, like, the one that Kata and everybody were in, like, current day. And then if you notice, there was another one that Tom, whoever,
I think it's Tom,
whoever Junior's character is, when he was calling phone. And then there was 2 moons, and then the one that Junior's character is in now.
Oh, because at 3.
That was 3, and I feel like the 4th one is going to be shown in the 2nd season, and there's going to be this whole, like, I feel like each horseman has a game that they play to, like, choose the next god whenever, like, they're dying
and they're going to
out.
test each one of them.
Test whoever's in each thing. Maybe. I don't know. That might be a stretch, but let us know
But
y'all's
that makes
theories.
sense though, because the one when he was in Nanon's character's body was saying that like Dome is gonna get tested. There's still tests, like Katara
Right.
still has tests, so that makes sense that
Right.
like you have to keep testing whoever to make sure they're who you want to be or
Yeah.
who you want to like follow.
And it's like, I'm trying to think of what Boom's position in all of this is. And
She's like ringleader.
he's like, I feel like he has more of a connection to like the higher power than we think he does.
Yeah.
But we'll see. But let us
Just
know.
because he like was super close to Chon.
Yeah. And she did say something about him while he was dying. He did something. I can't remember what she said, but that's how he came back. But anyways, let us know your theories in the comments.
Her.
But we're going to take a little break and then we'll come back and we'll talk about
Bricky.
the reactors, fake their reactions.
Her. Be back.
Yeah. Okay, so we're back. Hi, what's up? Our second topic of today is do reactors
fake reactions? Fake the reactions.
Yes.
Like in terms of like, what did you just say?
I said yes. No, I'm just kidding.
Crying. I feel like if there would be like a faking, because I personally don't think people like reactors go in there and fake scream or like or like fake cry. I don't think that like the emotions or whatever, those are fake. No. But sometimes I do feel like because viewers, especially when they like a character, they like a show, I do feel like sometimes people may tailor their words to not come off as harsh, or like just to make sure that like you're following a certain line so that way people don't get upset. And KinnPorsche is a good example of that. When KinnPorsche came out.
Because let me tell you, I had very strong opinions about Vegas, the whole VegasPete thing.
I still do.
They didn't like that. They didn't like that. They did not like that.
I wanted them to take him out.
They did not like that.
And people were very upset if you said like, and I won't say like everybody, but a lot of people were very upset if you said anything.
Yeah.
Like anything.
And I think what people didn't realize is, so my whole thing with Vegas was that, like, he was very abusive and very like crazy. Like he was let's just say what it is. He was crazy.
He was legit like.
And I think a better term for him is probably like a sociopath. And this is very off topic, but I think a term for him is like sociopath, because he is definitely a product of his surroundings and his environment.
Oh, of course.
But the thing is, and I think what a lot of people that kind of vouch for him need to understand is, you can be a product of your environment, but just because you became the way you did because of that environment does not mean it's right, and does not mean that someone should continue what they're doing and give a pass to that person just because of that environment that they came from. Because Vegas is a grown ass man. Grown ass man.
Big grown age.
Big grown. And so you know right from wrong, regardless of where you came from. You know right from wrong. So it's like you make that choice to continue to do things. And at first I was like, okay, like, well, is anybody forcing him to do this shit? But no, even when his daddy came in and saw him torturing people, he was like, what the fuck are you doing? What are you doing?
Yeah.
So, and a lot, again, the rebuttal was, well, Pete enjoys it. And I'm like,
He didn't.
I'm like, you be in that situation, and like, I mean, some people, it's easy to say, I would do this, I would do that when you're not in a
Because
situation,
never been in that situation.
or you've never been in that situation. But I feel like Pete tried to make it seem like this was okay because he did not want to die.
Or he didn't want to seem afraid.
Right.
So he was like, whatever.
At first he wanted, I feel like at first Pete was like, just kill me.
Yeah.
Because it's like, put me out. Like, I don't want to go through this shit. Like,
yeah.
But then he realized that Vegas wasn't. And so he was like, okay, continue being tortured like this or fall into that trap. Stockholm Syndrome.
Yeah.
Like, you know, and then you
Word of the day.
Right. And then you start to sympathize with this man.
Yeah.
When in actuality, he's just been torturing you. And it's like, no.
Because it was like, there was a part of me that did feel bad for him because nobody should ever have to deal with that. Like, his dad is 100% trash can, dumpster. He's the whole dump. Like, but it was like, I was just like, dude, like, every time I would have felt bad for him, he would go do whatever to Pete. And I'm like,
you know, it's okay for Pete to feel bad for him and to sympathize him and to love him. If you fell in love with him, you fell in love with him, whatever. I still think it's Stockholm Syndrome. You just got used to the situation and you like fell into the feelings into his emotions. But for your physical, mental, emotional health, you should have been like, I'm rooting for you.
But I'm rooting for you over there.
To the left.
All the way over there.
Right. From behind the gate. Okay. Because again, who's to say that shit just stops after that whole situation in KinnPorsche? No. That it's not that easy. It's a story, yes. It's not that easy. And again, before, like, if anyone pops into the comments and they're like those VegasPete diehard stands,
oh, fucking great.
You can watch a series and critique it like we are, but still enjoy the series because we enjoyed the series.
Like, some people act like they've never watched a series where you hated a character, but you still love the series. Like, y'all never hated the villain. Like,
two, even three, even four things could be true at one time, y'all.
Hello.
I despise Vegas's character. I despise his character. I enjoyed KinnPorsche as much as you could enjoy KinnPorsche.
Yes.
But, like, of course, there are things that happen in KinnPorsche that in, like, IRL would be like, okay. And if you are watching that, I don't care what anybody says. You can say it's a story. You can say anything. If you're like, yes, sexual harassment.
Oh, my God. No, you would never be like,
like, come on. Anyways, but yeah, like,
we said all that to say
that reactors can have like opinions and stuff like that, and just because it does not line up with what you feel, there is no reason for you to like be so passionate.
Like, dial it back some. But yeah, like, I say all that to say because, like, I know when I would say Vegas was trash, Vegas blah blah blah, I would have people in my comments going in like, what episode was it? I don't know if it was episode 11 or something. I was just like, basically F him. Like, I was like, I don't care. Like, I don't care. And people were like, you need to not go so hard on him. You need to blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, if I change how I feel because it's our reaction, then, like, it's not my true feelings, right? So I do feel like because of that, and we do get comments like that, I can see how some, if there are some, would tailor their reactions.
Yeah.
So that they don't have to deal with it, like, because they'd rather not deal with it.
Right. I feel like sometimes we do tailor. I've gotten to a point because I will say I remember in our last episode, I was like, I was never a hoop and holler, still not a hoop and holler, but I will say that when I started my reactions, I was very kind of aware and kind of hyper focused on the fact that, okay, this is the general consensus about this thing. Let me not step on toes. Let me say like what I feel, but say it in a way where people are like, oh, okay. You know, but now, because I've seen I guess because my interaction with fans, and I've seen how much like the rage can be misguided over something someone said, especially don't let me get onto the topic of being attacked by people as a gay man talking about gay issues. Don't let me get on that topic. But I think that seeing how much and how easy it is for like fans to just have misguided rage over something that's like
so tiny.
Like, okay, now half the time I don't care. I'm gonna have an opinion and I'm gonna say it.
Yeah.
I'm definitely very much a person who is not going to disrespect or offend.
No.
Like be purposely offensive to anybody.
Yeah.
Or come after like anybody's culture or anything. No.
Yeah.
I'm not that type of
No,
but
we'll never do that.
I will, however, voice my opinions about stuff, like, and be very, very blunt and very upfront about them, because I feel like there has to also be some type of transparency.
And how I feel.
Because I'm not going to sit here and every series I watch be like, oh my
it was so great.
God, it's amazing. No, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. No.
Like, because I feel like at the beginning, I was kind of like you, like, I knew. Because I still hoop and holler, but I feel like now, don't choke.
These boba balls is big as fuck. I don't know why. Why are they so big? Goddamn. I'm like over here literally
crying.
And I'm scared to like, oh my God.
He said, I'm scared to my core.
I'm scared to suck any harder because I feel like it's going to just hit me in the back of my uvula. Like, oh my God.
This podcast episode is reaching rated R real quick. Anyways. But no, like in the beginning, like I knew what moments, like from watching other people, I knew what moments I have to be like all dramatic and like definitely in the beginning. Yeah. Like I was very much so extra because I felt like, well, this gets this kind of reaction. Right. And I don't want like I was so afraid of like a negative comment. Like so afraid. Like even to the point where like I remember one time I changed a thumbnail because people were like giving me shit over the thumbnail. I changed the thumbnail and then like an hour later I was like, fuck that shit, and I put the thumbnail back. And I put it back. And like from that moment I was like, I don't give a like I don't care. So now like I'm more like critical of, well not critical, but like I don't hoop and holler everything. Like if it's a real like moment, then you go get it. Or like I'm very like my opinions, like I don't hold, like when I tell you I don't think when I speak in my reactions, I literally don't. It's what I like the first thing that comes up here, I'm going to say it, but again, I'll never say anything that's offensive or like disrespectful. But if a character is doing something stupid, I'm gonna be like, the fuck is wrong with you? Right. Yeah.
Yeah. And it's like I think there are layers to it though, because I was actually thinking about this the other day, because I was like, you know, we look at different type of performative media, I guess, and we like, for instance, acting or singing or what's in it, like theater and stuff like that, and we think, you know, we look at these things and they play characters that are real, but it's an exaggeration, and I think I think there are two types of reactors. There are the reactors that are very much like, what you see is what you get. If you meet me in real life, this is how I'm going to be.
This is how I am.
This is how I am. There are also the reactors that look at it as, I want to like put on a show for the people that watch me. I want to make it enjoyable. Nothing wrong with that at all. Like, no. Because I'm not like, full transparency, I used to be like, why? Like, I used to be like, why are you putting on this performative for like, I mean,
Yeah.
because it's because at first I was like, it's kind of misguiding. But then I had to think about it and I was like,
You're entertaining, though.
you're an element of entertainment.
Yeah.
So it's like, I think that going back to what you said at the beginning, I think that the base of their feelings that people have for certain things is true.
Yeah.
But I think that some do exaggerate it a little bit for the entertainment aspect of it. And it honestly allowed, like, it's like when we're watching something and you react a certain way, but in your head, it's react. It's like 10 times bigger. It's
it's 10 times. Because, like, I've noticed that if I, like, say a character pisses me off, if y'all watch Bedford episode 7, then you already know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Like, when I get, because sometimes, like, I'll get angry and frustrated and I'll start, like, it'll just come out.
Right.
And then I'll be like, y'all, I'm so sorry. Like, I apologize. I swear. Like, it's just this character in this situation is pissing me off. Like, I've had, like, where, like you said, like, sometimes what comes out of my mouth, it's 10 times, like
bigger in my head. But I think it's kind of it's a talent to be able to take, like, what people are thinking in their heads and putting it on screen.
Yeah.
And then people are like, I literally felt the same way. Like,
yeah.
Like, that's literally what I want to do when I see this character or this situation. And then it builds that, like, connection. So,
and I love those moments.
Yeah.
When they type that to you and they're like, oh my God, you said exactly what I was thinking. And that's when, that was those moments where I'm like, like, I don't care what I say.
It's like, you know what? Let me just do what I do, say what I say. Because for me, I think if I were to describe myself as a reactor, I think I am one of those, like, what you see is what you get people.
Facts.
And I think that because I'm that way, and because sometimes what I say is very blunt and it kind of skips that filter. Yeah. Sometimes it comes off as like dang, like
there's a catch. There is another side to, like, because me and JORDIE are very much so the same. Like, what you see is what you get, and I feel like because of that, we can't cater to, like, a lot of audiences, if that makes sense. Like, because sometimes I may not come off as gentle as, like, a certain viewer needs. And maybe that could, like, hurt me in a way.
Yeah, I feel like sometimes it's like people, I think majority do look for that entertainment value. Yeah. It's like, I notice, like, sometimes I watch back my reactions and, like, I remember it was, what was it? What show was it? I think it was Eclipse. And they kissed. But, okay, so let me preface with this. When I first started reacting, someone, like, pointed it out, and they were very nice about it, and they said they actually loved that, like, aspect about me. But they were like, I love how JORDIE will literally have a deadpan face, and then randomly when something happens, he's like, his face, like, lights up. But, like, I think it was in Eclipse when Ak and I, like, kissed on the beach, and I was just like,
you're like, okay, whatever.
Like, I smiled a little bit because I was like, oh, this is so cute. Like, in my head, I was like, oh my God. But outside, I was just like, and so I was like, dang, you didn't even move with it. I was like, oh, my bad. Like, I was feeling it, though.
No, I enjoyed it. No, I had that one time because, like, somebody told me, they were like, oh, a shirtless scene and you didn't react. They were like, wow. And in my head, I was like, damn. And I think it's because, like, I've seen it, like, I've seen 100 shirtless scenes at this point. So
like, half the time when I see, like, sex scenes and stuff and I see people, like, going goo goo gaga over it,
I still go because I'm such a little kid. I'm like,
no, I still be like, I'd be like, ooh, okay.
like,
But
oh my God.
I think the reason why I don't like be
Yeah.
like oh my
Yeah.
gosh is because like y'all I fucks like like I'm a grown ass man. Like it's,
okay, listen though, because we both at our grown big age. But what it is though, I get shy. That shit makes me shy. So I'm like, I don't like. I literally go inward. I'm like, I don't know what to do. I'm like, what the fuck?
I think maybe that's the difference between like me and Alyssa when it comes to that
Yeah.
though, because I'm very open about my sexuality and what I like, and I will be very open about like we'll have conversations. I'll be like,
I'm open, but like when it comes down to like,
but you still
like,
have that
I'm
little
like,
filter. You still have that little shred of like filter that's like
it's like
me,
the right kind of person can like talking to the right people will pull it out of me.
Yeah.
And I'm like, girl, let me tell you. But like, sex makes me shy. So like seeing the NF scenes, I'm like like a little schoolgirl. Like
it depends though, because if they're going in, okay, there's two instances. If they're going in, I'll be like
in and like
my virgin eyes, like whoa,
like again,
like
KinnPorsche, child.
But I will say, and this is a PSA to all the writers and all of the producers and directors,
crying.
Some of y'all's gay scenes don't make sense. Not gonna lie. As a gay man that has had homosexual relations,
oh my god,
some of y'all scenes don't make a lick of sense.
Not a lick.
We don't do that. I'm not gonna point out any names. I'm not gonna.
I was gonna say, you gonna give us an example?
And no.
You're not gonna give us a scene example?
No.
Okay. He said, maybe, just you know who you are. If you know, you know.
That might be for a later time, but like,
okay.
But just know, sometimes it don't make sense. I'll be like,
I'm fucking crying, y'all. I'm weak sauce.
I'm like, you do that, you're going to the hospital. One, like.
He said that's gonna be the last time.
That's gonna be the last time.
You do that.
So, but yeah.
We got way off topic, but it's okay.
Child.
Just a little bit, cause we were, but y'all get y'all get the point. Y'all get the point. Like I don't necessarily feel like people fake their reactions. Like I'm gonna say I don't think reactors fake the reactions. Right. I do think it sometimes can be tailored a certain way.
And exaggerated a little bit, yeah.
Yeah, and exaggerated in some moments or dialed back in others.
Right. So I think when people comment, and especially like with the talking thing, if I see another comment about somebody talking during a reaction.
Yeah, shut up. Just shut up. Like, I'm sorry, I don't care. That is the dumbest comment I've ever read. Like, it's a reaction. We are going to talk. You should have already watched the full episode without any talking before you came to me.
And like, for those who don't have access to watch the shows and they watch them through it,
I'm sorry. I'm really sorry, but it's still aggravating. It's so irritating because it's like if I said nothing the whole time, y'all would be like, why didn't you say this? Why didn't you do? It's like, what do you want?
Yeah, what do you want? There has to be a happy medium. There has to be a happy medium.
What do you want from me? So in the nicest ways possible.
All right. And honestly, if we miss something, 9 times out of 10, when y'all be like, "Oh my god, you missed it," we didn't miss it. I just didn't really have a reaction for it.
Yeah, I just didn't comment on it.
But if we did miss something, a lot of times we do go back and watch the episode, and then also y'all post stuff on Twitter. Yeah,
I saw it somewhere somehow.
I saw it somewhere.
I saw it.
And if I'll be like, "Oh shit!" Wow, that did happen.
Or if it was like a big moment that I saw, but I didn't comment on because I was commenting on something else, I 9 times out of 10 put a caption in my video being like, oh, like whatever.
But I saw it.
I saw it. Or again, like Jordy said, I just didn't have a reaction for it. So, Katona. If you wanted a reaction for that moment and I didn't give it, I'm sorry. What? Why are you making that face? Y'all, all alone. I am on my own. I'm all alone.
Well, that was trash. I was like, what?
Yeah, so that's going to be funny when you edit that because you were just dead ass was like, and I was like, y'all, what happened? I was like, he can't hear me.
The connection went out, but we only got like a minute left, so we're just going to say, guys, thank you so much
for coming to another episode.
Yay, episode 3. But let us know your thoughts about like reactors in the comments. Also, let us know your thoughts about Midnight Museum.
Yes, please.
Yes. And what should they follow?
Follow all the TikTok, the Instagram, the Twitter, subscribe to the channel and hit that bell notification so you don't miss out. Please, we will greatly appreciate it. Make sure to share as well. Share this video. Love you forever if you do that.
And y'all are officially deemed the Basic Bays.
Basic Bays that love y'all.
Alyssa Danielle. But yeah, but we will see you guys in the next podcast. Bye.